Hello. Good morning. Oh, well, I mean, good morning to your afternoon, East Coasters.
Or Russia coasters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever time
So
of day it is for you, it's morning for me. Hello and welcome.
this is episode 57.
Whoop whoop.
Can you imagine 57 weeks of whatever we're doing right now?
I don't know. I think I fell asleep through a couple of those weeks. And
Jana,
we
this is
have
a sorry, this is a not safe for work podcast. Let's just do it fast so we can move on with our lives. Fuck. Titties.
fuck, titty,
Twat.
shit.
Shit. Shit, piss, cum fuck, cocksucker, motherfucker, tits, fart, turd, and twat. Okay, go ahead.
And we have a Mr. Shane Kelley in the house who happens to be the sponsor to the Holdback Rack. And he's telling jokes in the comments. So I thought I would read that out for you, audio people. What do you call a bear with no
Small
teeth?
white snakes. I don't know. Your mom? Is that a mom joke?
I don't know. I
Hit me
wait
with
for
the
the
punchline,
punchline.
Shane.
Yeah,
Right?
geez, Shane, type faster. No, we're not gonna get it.
There's a 5-second delay where their comments
Oh,
are
okay.
delayed. Oh, but good.
Oh, a gummy bear! Dang it! I should have gotten that. That's pretty good. Good morning, Stone Age.
Stone Age is here.
Good morning, Lorga. Sorry, my bad.
Genomic Labs is here.
Woohoo!
Peter's here.
My third favorite podcast. Wow. Thank you.
Quirky's here. Quirky gets around too. Oh man, what a day.
I mean, I would just like to shout it out. I mean, he's not in the comments yet, but Will's Hella Heat has been working hard to promo some votes for me, and I really appreciate all the effort that you're putting into that. I am still in the contest.
Let's check. Can we check?
Yeah, we can check. That's fine.
I think you're still the highest percent.
Yep.
Adam, what are you doing, buddy? Come on.
Oh, Adam. I mean, you just got to take like a video of you like stepping out of a helicopter or something. I mean, come on. Got to work those assets.
Yeah. No, everything is as it is, should be in the universe. That's 25%. Suck it.
Suck it. I would also like to address my shirt that I am wearing. The assistants are covered for a good cause. This is a Tel Valhalla shirt. 22 veterans commit suicide every single day, and they raise money by selling t-shirts, and they give the money to 503c, the 22 project. There's a link directly to that project in my link tree on Instagram in the bio.
You want me to bring it up?
If you want to, yeah, sure.
Okay, I'll do it.
So if you want a t-shirt, you can go to Tel Valhalla Project, and they donate their money to the nonprofit. But if you want to just directly give money to the project, their link will be in my link tree. It's an amazing project. There's words on the back, but you guys can't see my back. This has got it says stay, tomorrow needs you, and it's got a semicolon, and a semicolon is used when a sentence could have been ended but wasn't. Your story isn't over. It's just a phenomenal project that Chris Eaton's been promoting on his website, and every year he does something with them. And I am going to be doing a couple of promos for them this week, not sponsored, just to add something positive to the Snakes and the Fat Man contest. So stay tuned for those. And if you want to support the project, please do. It's a phenomenal project. And these people, gave up a lot in service to our country, including their mental health, and we should be supporting them back.
Morph Wizards was here. Apparently Stone Age wants to pilfer all of your clown pies. How do you feel about that?
They're on the way.
Amateur Hamster's here. He's maybe, man. If you want a corn snake in exchange for votes, I'm not in the contest, so like I can bribe people. Turns out.
Yeah, apparently Jessica's allowed to buy as many votes as she wants.
Can I say something though?
For sure.
Like, I know it's a respectable thing to be in the 15 minutes lane. It gets your name out there. It's good. I'm not sure I could ever do it. It seems like a lot of work. Y'all are doing a ton of work. I'm not know if I'm cut out for it, Jana. That's what I'm saying.
It's a ton of work, but it's been a really rewarding process. And like I said, it's breathing some lightheartedness and some I don't know, just some like goofiness and camaraderie back into the hobby. And I think that it really needs it. And I think that might be why everybody that is participating so hard, just because, you know, the market sucks right now. You know, business is slow, and this is something that we can focus on that is positive and fun. And yeah, there's benefits to winning the contest, but it is not like life or death. And this is just something fun that we're all participating in, and the hobby needs more fun and more lightheartedness and more kindness.
Maybe I'm not fun enough for it, Jana. Did you ever think of that?
Maybe it's not your cup of tea, and that's okay.
Not fun at all.
Different floats for different boats. And you know, I'm just really glad for the other contestants and for how supportive and amazing they've been. And I don't know, I think the hobby needs that. You know, when you can be anything, be kind. And I think that this contest has really shown that. And I mean, that's all I have to say about that.
Brian's here, Heathen Hatchery. Brian, how are you doing? I closed it.
I think he's at like 7%.
That's pretty good.
I feel like he's in the top 5. We got Chris Eaton updates the contestants once a week. So let me pull that up. Hang on.
Creative Corolofus is here. Hi guys.
So I'm in the lead. Reggie's Urban Jungle is in 2nd. Leviathan Snakes is in 3rd. Dragon Soul Reptiles is in 4th, and Heathen is in 5th. So right. I mean, there's a long way to go. There's a lot of weeks left. It's anybody's ball game. Nobody should be giving up because they don't feel like they're winning yet. You know, you guys can still come and kick my ass, and I welcome that. You know, bring it on.
It takes one judge and the popular vote to win.
Correct.
So,
or two judges. 2 judges. You could win it with 2 judges instead of the popular vote. But yeah, I mean, it's anybody's ball game. You could win the popular vote and then just get creamed by the judges.
I got a kid.
Jessica's disappearing, y'all.
Can you go? Oh, here he is.
Oh, wait, can he just give us an I love you, please?
Come here. Say
oh, there
you.
it was. Okay. There it was. He did it.
Say I love you right here.
I love you, bye.
All right, bye. Go watch TV. Sorry. Daddy got into the whiskey last night.
Woo!
And so now he's sleeping instead of watching our mutual child.
Our mutual child.
Whoopsie. And I was not. We were watching House of the Dragon. I finally no spoilers, but
it's really fucking good. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, well, I mean, thank God, because Rings of Power is a smoking dog turd steaming in the mist. And
what? You didn't like it? Oh, I loved that one too.
Listen, you could make a perpetual motion machine out of Tolkien's corpse as it turns over in his grave, knowing that they
power a whole city off that.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Okay, well, I really enjoyed it. So.
The tears of the Valar are flowing like rivers based on that hot garbage.
The tree is dying, everyone. The tree is dying. Abort.
And even if you just pretend the canon doesn't exist or whatever, it's still shit, because a mystery box of who is Sauron is stupid. Sorry. I watched it to the end because I wanted to be sure it was stupid, and it was. So
no spoilers.
I'm good. And I'm not talking about dragons. I'm talking about
I know what you're talking
Rings of Power.
Yeah, I know what we're talking about.
What spoilers? It's not even okay. So do you know they could not get the rights to do it based on the Silmarillion? They had to do it based on the appendices of Lord of the Rings. So they only bought the appendices of Lord of the Rings. And then they're like, we're just gonna make shit up for fun. And so
so what you're saying is that the true blue fans are just dying inside.
yeah, it's literal torture.
Oh, okay, that's fair. I'm not a
And even if you're not
fan.
a true blue fan, I
like it.
Are you shipping Sandy Vagina Galadriel with
no spoilers
with like
no spoilers.
hunky bro? Are you shipping them?
We'll talk about this later.
Fuck. It kept me up at night. All right, we gotta move on. Powerhouse Pythons is here. Daniel, Grabber, your new high.
I don't know. I think that we should randomly pull Shane Kelley from the audience and make him join the live.
Oh, Shane, do you want to talk about big black snakes?
You know you do, brother.
I can send you a link if you're bored, but if your kids you're at home because it's Black Friday.
Maybe
he's going out live tonight. Let's show that. Fuck. Shane Kelley, sponsor of the Whole Back Right podcast, finally gets his day in the sun on a real podcast. Bullshit.
Oh, also, I'll be on Bullshit next Friday. So following up Shane Kelley.
Your day in the sun's coming too.
My day in the sun. Oh, Shane says yes. Send him that link.
Okay. You talk about Bullshit and your schedule coming up, and I'll send it.
Amateur Hamsters, Voyager. If you're talking Star Trek, man, you're talking my language.
Jesus Christ, Shane. I'm not going to send you the link. Jesus Christ. What is this? There's no links for you after this kind of a statement. Okay, so I'm kidding. Maybe. All right, keep talking.
I don't know. I just was shouting out my Voyager fan because that's my favorite Star Trek.
BNS Reptilia is here. Thank you for joining us. Kill me, which is how I feel after watching Rings of Power. This was in the news for last week, and I cut it for time. It's probably the correct price. I just like the project is so complicated with people's feelings about the two different imports and who's in charge of it. I wouldn't touch it. Not because it's not an interesting combo, but like
the drama in the hobby.
Who are you pissing off by buying from person A instead of buying from person B? You know what I'm saying? Like how, and it's such an expensive project.
This hobby needs more kindness. Everybody needs to put their dicks away and just
right.
kind.
But I do want to see like a pied IMG, like a panda pied boa. Like it'll be fun to work with it.
If I ever got into boas, it would be two het pieds.
Forward motion is here. Sure. Hi, Jared. Okay, you talk. I'll send a link. I said that 3 times now.
Yes, you have. Do I need to do it for you?
I don't think you can.
I can't forward my link?
No, I think I have to send individual links.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, so comment below what your favorite TV show maybe of all time or right now, currently. Apparently, that's what our episode's going to be about. This is Black Friday. Anything can happen. There might be elbows to the face. Because that's
Did you fight any old ladies this morning for a TV?
I slept in, sister. I never go out on Black Friday for any reason, for any product.
Some gentle old lady for
I will not hunt gentle old ladies who are actually meaner than anyone else in the store.
Right.
When I was a lot younger, I used to go out on Black Fridays traditionally, and
it's just not that good of a stuff. All the door buzzers are lame.
Well, I mean, like when the big gaming systems and stuff would launch on Black Fridays, and I mean, people would be crowded like in lines all Thanksgiving Day instead of with their families to wait to get in it. And then they started like this 9:30 Black Friday shit because it's actually 12 o'clock on the East Coast, here on the West Coast. Then I was like, this ain't for me. So no deals over here.
Guess what? Ohana's here. He's listened to us on like the replay, but he's never been here live. What's going on, buddy? He's asked if the panda pied boa will duckbill. I don't think so. I think the worst case scenario for boa combos as they get more and more muscle weirdness to them. So I would be worried about.
Does the pied have muscle weakness?
It looks okay,
Okay.
but until we get a lot of them out there, a lot of people. I won't disparage your shitty project. Fuck balls.
Amateur Hamster, Voyage of Trivia, hit me. I have the whole box set. I have watched every episode multiple times. I am a hardcore nerd. There was a guy in my school growing up that was a hardcore nerd and would wear his Star Trek uniform to school, and people would pick on him. So I would go sit at his table and we would talk trivia. And yeah, there's my nerdgasm for you all. You're welcome.
Typing in chat, sorry. Okay.
Did you send that link, or are you still just teasing?
I
us
sent
all?
it a while ago. Sometimes you got to give men a chance to like rev up to get ready. Okay?
Oh, rev up. Shane Kelley is revving up for us, guys. He's got to brush all that hair. Put on his makeup.
That was a low blow.
Get his titties
oh my
out.
god, fuck. Well, so you're going on next Friday on bullshit.
Yep, and I'll be on Gumbo.
What's the next one?
Gumbo on Tuesday. I mean,
Tuesday the following week?
No, this Tuesday.
What channel or network is the league on, or streaming service? Brian.
The league?
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Oh
my god, we're gonna talk about this in the news because there's been so much Black Friday excitement. I mean, or we could talk about it now. Jana, it's quiet. I'll talk about it now.
Tuesday, November 29th, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for Reptile Gumbo.
Why are there so many shows that come out on Tuesday, Jana? That's like
I don't know,
5.
but did you guys all
Tuesday's
hear
a popular
that,
day.
Brian gave us a little shout out on his show, his last Friday night episode, and he was like, the Holdback Rat Girls need to take my spot. And I'm like, yeah, we can take your spot, but there's still like 4 other podcasts playing right now live.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it was very sweet of him to even offer the spot. It was sad. I watched it on the replay. I didn't watch it
I watched it live.
Yeah. But that's okay. We still have a Canadian. He has a YouTube channel. Check it out. Canadian Reptile Adventures. Go sub, please.
Yeah, I slept in and totally missed the Cold Blooded Cafe, which was like the only Black Friday sale I needed to actually hit.
Are they all sold out already?
I haven't checked, but they sell out really quickly, and I'm West Coast time, so really I probably should have just ordered last night before I went to bed. But that did not happen. So bummer for me, because I need smalls, and that's the first thing they sell out of every year. Normally I get like 2 or 3 boxes from them today. So there was that.
There's still some stuff available. Maybe not small rats, but other kind of stuff. Okay. I bought some snakes, but we'll talk about that later because I'm still sort of stalling for Shane to come on if he wants to. He's still getting beautiful. We were mentioned on
about it later. You can talk about it now. It's cool.
I try to do things in order.
You don't have to. It's Black Friday, bitch.
Fuck. Okay, fine.
The system. Rock the system.
I got a Mojave Inchi Het Tri-Stripe and a sugar. To me, it's Poss Yellow Belly, not definite Yellow Belly. Clown, female, both female from Will Banks.
Oh, okay.
He was doing 50% off.
Damn, son.
That's a lot of percents. And that 50% also applied to like stranger combos. So
just a second, guys. I'll be right back.
They're gone. Those ones are gone.
Damn it. I sold a $2,500 snake today.
Good job. Did you ever do that export? Are you talking about that yet?
I didn't. I blocked him. He was not kind. And he was blowing up my phone during one of our lives. And I sent him a message and I was like, I'm in the middle of my live podcast. I'll talk to you when I'm done. And he like went off and was like, I don't care what you're doing. Like, I'm trying to talk to you about a snake, not hear your excuses.
Whoa.
And it's like, oh, okay, excuse me, everyone who's here to watch the podcast, but I've got a customer I need to deal with who wants me to export shit to him at half price because he didn't like my prices. And I have to just forget about everything that I'm doing currently in my life to sell him.
Yeah, pound sand, buddy.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm sorry, but we're done talking.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Sorry about that. Oh, look. Speak of the devil.
Woo! And he's eating breakfast or lunch or whatever fucking time it is over there.
All right. Do you want some more privacy before we put you on? I can put you back in the green room.
He's good. He's good.
He's choking to death. Okay.
Yeah.
I had to eat some pumpkin pie before we got started.
Oh,
Get ready. Get the blood sugar up.
Hopefully my parents saved me some leftovers because I had no Thanksgiving yesterday.
All right. We did have a shout out on Gomez Python's live. Did you watch that, Jana?
I didn't, but he did his full marathon, right? Not a half. He did a full.
Mm-hmm.
He did the full 26 point something miles,
which is badass. Like, way to go. I mean, that's just phenomenal.
Yeah, he's the man.
Yeah, he was tricking me, trying to get me into candy, and I was like, dang it. Can't do it. Stop it. He showed like some candy leopard fucking and you know, we all know candy's like the best albino.
Yes,
right?
it is. Yes, it is.
And I'm like, fucking stop it.
I love candy
Stop showing
so
it.
hard. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. I
know,
prefer
but-
it over lavender.
I think we were all tricked by what was trendy into being into lavender. Yeah,
I was not. I was into candy, but I sold it to consolidate my projects. It still hurts right here. Right here. It
right.
still hurts.
Well,
just a
maybe you
little.
get back into it. But I am dumb enough that I have enough room that I could get into candy. So like, should I sell my single lavender female? Because I don't really need her.
Yes. Yes.
And
you
just
should.
go get in candy instead. Yeah, because she was better looking as a baby. She looks like a little turd right now. I mean, it's still like a white snake, but they fade a ton. We also had a mention on Proper Royals episode, not the live.
Yeah.
Which everybody should go check that out. Thank you, Adam, for being nice and thinking that we know what we're talking about, which we don't, by the way.
we try, but we're not perfect by any means. Yeah, he said that he got some of his show notes from our episode and gave us a cool shout out, and then he dove in a little deeper on what we had been talking about, which I think is great. I think that's how the podcast community should be doing their episodes. That was just, yeah, let's all be kind to each other. Let's all share information. If you watch one of our episodes and it gives you an idea for your own episode, more power to the community. You know, like, that does not hurt our feelings. That just means that we said something right and it got you thinking, and we fully support thinking and kindness. So
Shane, are you super excited about tonight?
Yeah, man, that's a bucket list thing for me. Getting on ball shit. Ball shit and snakes and the fat man are what started all this for me. So it's when I was really taking it serious, Sean had already quit. It was like getting out, and I bought a few snakes from him, and then I said back then, eventually I'm gonna get him back on doing the podcast, and I'll be on the show. And here we are. It's tonight.
Tonight. It's happening. Woo! That's
Sean's
so
been
exciting.
doing a really great job. And to me, I don't, he's still Sean, but to me, he's doing a very good job in still keeping his personality. So I think he should continue doing it forever if he wants to. But, I
really like his off-topic Tuesdays.
Yeah, I told him this, and he left my ass on red. I'm like, stop talking about ball pythons. I was like, don't call it ball shit. Call it like reptile shit. And just talk about whatever you want, because you obviously can do it. So, he was red, left on red.
That's funny, because I thought you guys had an awesome episode, and you guys speak that scientific level language. I don't know. I laughed my ass off through your whole episode because I only understood about half the words coming out of either of
I
your
can't
mouths.
help you. I'm on a live. Ask your dad.
Dad is
He's asleep.
Dad is knocked the fuck out.
Mistakes have been made.
That's all right. He can just come on and tell us how much he loves us.
Yeah,
We love you, Alex, even though you can't hear us. Mwah.
Yeah.
Back to tooting Jessica's horn. The Jessica bullshit is right up there with the Nick Mutton bullshit to me, or the off.
Whoa.
It was really good. Yeah.
Nick's. Don't tell Nick I said this. He might be like my favorite brain. Is that weird?
Whoa.
Maybe not.
Right.
Okay,
Nick,
top
we're gonna
10
be hitting you up
brains.
later to get you on the show.
Well, he's real like mean about it, but like funny.
You're a little mean too. Just so
yeah,
you know.
but like I perhaps I emulate the brains that I think are the most mean and funny. You know, so
it's
like
okay. You just keep doing you.
he
It's
obviously thinks
obviously
carpets
working.
are cool, and they're like pretty cool. But are they as cool as bows? No. But you know, I can still take things from a carpet person and learn them.
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Shane Kelley, did you do any shopping this morning?
Hell no. I don't care about shopping, and I am anti Black Friday. My wife and one of my kids did go out. They got up at like 4 a.m.
Any black eyes as a result?
No, because we're used to doing Black Friday in California where it's super crazy. I called her. I had to go to Matt O'Malley Morse this morning, so big shout out to him. But anyways, I called her when I was on my way over to Matt's house, and she said basically the Tennessee Black Friday ain't crap.
The Tennessee Black Friday is like a day of shopping in California.
Yeah, she said it ain't shit. It's not crazy or nothing, you know? So I was like, oh, cool, man. That's good. And she's like, well, I'm kind of disappointed. And I was like, well, you could go back to California next year if you want to.
Make a special trip. Yeah. So you can get that elbow to the face.
Yeah. So the last time I went Black Friday shopping was probably 20 years ago. So
you didn't do any snake pickups or fill up your rat freezer?
No, I'm pretty well spent out right now.
Yeah, you've been buying some heat this year.
Yeah, and I haven't had much production. All my production's in the incubator right now, so I haven't had anything to like replenish. So
I'm excited for your blackhead clutch.
Yes.
Me too. That'll be my first one, and everything's blackhead, so I don't have to guess on that part.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, if I could like accidentally make that happen every day, just have blackhead constantly. No,
yeah, I really want like
literally.
Blackhead. I really want some like blackhead, GHI, red stripe, yellow belly hats. That's what I want.
Once you go black, you can't go back. So, all right.
Well, it's in the news, but Garrick DeMar made a blackhead GHI clown. I don't know if you saw that.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah. Well, fuck. Let's just bring it up.
Yeah,
this
bring
is
it
just
up.
All bets are off.
It's a Black Friday special event. Here was the Super Bongo clown. Did y'all see that?
Nah.
Jared sent me a different one. Apparently, people hit him at the same time. It's actually better for some reason. This other one.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, I like that one.
But it's the same.
Nice.
Maybe this one is yellow belly. I don't know. But this one is like real floaty and fun. So Garrick's is cool enough, but not as cool. But this is the GHI Blackhead Clown. Just that. I think I've seen combos that are like more, but this one is cool too. Yeah.
I like that.
Even just 2 jeans makes it pretty fun. And it doesn't like make it too dark. You still have contrast.
That kind of reminds me of like Wookiee clowns.
It does look like Wookiee. Or like Wookiee Yellow Belly.
So let's throw a Wookiee on that too, you know?
Yes, all double darks. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So, are we gonna do this dumb thing, or are we just gonna?
I don't know.
Talk
We're just gonna
have
keep
fun?
talking and have fun. I just wanted to give a shout out. Hey, Leviathan Snakes, the fellow competitors that are rocking the contest. They're really good people.
I think Marissa that there's no code. I think they just have priced in the discounts. So if you go to the website, it's like 20% off, 16% off, whatever.
'Cause
Sorry.
yeah, that's how I remembered it being, is that it's just automatically applied.
Okay.
But I'm looking for you. Hang on. You guys just talk amongst yourselves.
Did you eat lots of turkey yesterday? What do you do for your Thanksgiving? Not everybody does turkey. Some people don't give a shit about turkey.
I deep fry turkeys. So
Oh,
Very-
yum.
yeah, I deep fried a turkey, and then we did, way too many sides and all that stuff too. And then like the real fun starts today. So I have that turkey vat thing full of peanut oil. So I get egg roll wrappers, and then everyone can make their own like little egg rolls. So you put turkey stuffing on that shit, and then you deep fry a bunch.
Oh, that's really fun, because then it's
Yeah.
like leftover utility, but like now it's deep fried, so it's probably better.
Yeah.
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 The discounts on Cold Blooded Cafe are listed under each heading, and it's automatically applied.
Yeah. So you didn't buy any snakes on Black Friday sales? Shame.
Nah, I added some rodents. I'm a Rodent Pro person, so I went and got some sales off of Rodent Pro, and I didn't really need anything, but I was like, well, I might as well buy them now while they're cheaper. So
yeah, there's been a bunch of sales, and this is something, I guess it's in the news, but since the format of the show is fucked, let's just talk about it now. I've been watching the Crescent Gecko people, and they're literally insane, all of them collectively. I've decided this in advance, because they will do like rising Black Friday rates. So like Monday will be 20%, Tuesday will be 30%, Wednesday will be 40%, or like Tiki's Geckos did that, or they'll do it on the day. Like right now, Altitude Xotics is doing hourly rises in percent off. So that means like, so there's like a time crunch where like you're worried someone else is waiting for the 40% off. So you're like, maybe I'll buy it at 30%. And so they're forcing you to like compete against other people for these like escalating discounts. It's actually like really smart. I don't know why we're not talking to Crescent Gecko people more, because
They're doing it right.
They know
set it
everything.
up. Yeah, and like instead of having 50,000 ball pythons on Morph Market, we should be like delivering them in waves, creating a demand.
Right.
But there's those people who are like, any ball python in my collection, $50. Take your
I see a
pick.
lot of ball python people offering steep discounts right now. Under the guise that it's Black Friday, but I really know that they're just maxed out and they're trying to get rid of it. So let's be real, man.
Trying to have less mouths to feed over the winter, because nobody is going to be selling any snakes over the winter. So yeah, it's hard to watch, but like that's why it's doing
even
what
like
it is.
Big ones that don't normally do a Black Friday sale are doing it.
And
I don't know
volumes.
if they want to be called out in that way or whatever, but it's just like if you kept a Crescent Gecko, you could just keep feeding it 1 cent worth of Crescent Gecko diet a week, Yeah. But the carrying cost of a snake is much higher. So like, Creative Coralophus marked up his geckos 500% and then discounted it 400%, which is the other right way to do it.
Yeah. See, now that man's got it figured out. 50% off for the same price it was yesterday.
I agree with him 100%. Me personally, I ain't saying I will never do it, but I don't do sales, man. Like if you're a repeat customer, you automatically get a discount. So if you want to build a discount with me, then let's start doing business. But other than that, the price is what it is. So.
Or I'll do it like a small discount for multiple purchases,
Yeah, group or so,
yeah.
But I ain't running a sale. Screw that.
I'm not running a sale either.
I'll wholesale a whole lot before I run a sale.
Amen. Yes.
Right, because people start to expect you to be the person who has it for sale. So then you have to raise your base prices to like JC Penney eyes every time, where everything's always on sale at some point.
Right.
And then
then you'll never sell anything at full price. So I'll just wholesale them all. And they can go to Petco as extra fancy ball python.
Right. There's definitely a negative to it, but there's something about how happy all the Crescent Gecko people are about it. Like they don't seem to think it's bad. obviously the prices are low, but maybe it's because like the carrying cost of doing that isn't that high of a burden. I don't know. Benevolent, chime in. And creative Coralifus, chime in. Are crested gecko people crazy?
Yes.
I think they're doing it right. When everybody else is trying to make enough money to cover their tables, other people are flying in, people dropping 400K, and
Right.
having like a little live auction at their freaking tables.
Right. And let me say something though, too. So like everything I said in the last 5 minutes or whatever, that's my perspective right now because I have other income sources. If I was doing this full time, I might have a different point of view, So
Right. Where your time becomes more valuable than like whatever the exchange of how that works for your bottom line.
Right.
I just like looking at other reptile hobbies and how they do it. And crested geckos are doing it quite differently than other people. So maybe I'm not saying they're 100% right for everyone, but that's an interesting perspective. Like these like descending or ascending percents off over time. Like if you knew you were going to wholesale them anyway, what if they were on like an ascending price off? So it's like a reverse auction type of thing. And you're just waiting for somebody to decide that that's the right price for them instead of
right. But are they
letting it
flooding
sit.
their own market? Are they flooding their own market on like specific morphs and shit? Are those projects going to come down sooner? I don't know, but
I probably would.
out there.
Even the crested gecko people will save like the high end stuff and not do that on there. They're mostly doing that for like pet price things, 500 and below, and some high end stuff too. But it seems like it's like the way to find the pet price for that sort of pet-ish animal the best, because maybe really nobody really wants that animal unless it's a pet price, and you just didn't know that. You thought it was cool, but maybe it's not cool enough. I don't know. Interesting.
Richard's being a big baller in the comments. We need to highlight his comment, please.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
For the audio
Richard
people.
will be starting a podcast, and he's going to dive into the pricing strategies around crested geckos. Hey, let us know. We'll shoot you out. We will tune in. Like, there needs to be more people talking about crested geckos. I fully support this.
Yeah, I think we do need more crested gecko podcasts.
Oh, Alex with his little cameo. Oh,
this
I love
him.
This is the
worst podcast in the earth.
No, everybody loves it. Shut up.
He just came in here to tell me he was eating a yogurt, by the way.
It was just checking in, Mom.
I know.
I will trade you 2 girls for your 1 boy.
No, cancel. Once they get into middle school, you're fucked.
Yes, you are.
Come on, Shane. You got extra. Trade me for a boy.
You need to get out of here.
No. Hey, boys are 110% easier than girls any day.
I know. And I have 3. What the heck? Talk about the odd gods being pissed at me.
Yeah. Once the girls hit those teenage years, it's just like downhill from there.
Yeah, amen to that.
And it never goes back uphill. It's just downhill forever.
Right. Benevolent makes a good point. AE, he starts the sale early, so you can pay full price early, like once you see everything. And so like the discount starts later, but if something is like critical to your project, you could just buy it before it happens, right? Or you could like run the gamut and see if someone else takes it first, going up the like price discount. I don't know. It's like an interesting way to like drive interest in your brand, because even if they don't buy anything, they're like thinking about you because they're thinking about your dumb auction, so they might come back. I don't know. It makes an event out of it. Let's stay in frame. Event.
It's like that dopamine hit of an event.
Yeah.
Is why all y'all suckers are out there buying snakes today.
Yeah, Garrick's doing his, and I want something, but I've already spent money.
Yeah, I want all the things from Garrick's site, but I will be pocketing that money I earned today and hold it out for something really good.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph, what did you sell? You never said. If you want to say.
Oh, I sold my hypo het DG female.
Oh, good job. If you wanted to.
I did. Yeah, no,
Okay.
I'm not going to be pursuing hypo at any time right now, and I'm going to use that money
You're so weird.
to shore up my G-stripe clown project because it needs some more love.
Yeah, but hypo is better.
Well, I didn't say I hated hypo. I just said I need to refine what I'm
Shane,
doing.
help me out. Trick her into liking hypo more.
I like hypo. It's just I already have 2-3 recessive projects. I don't need another recessive in.
You need to buy a compound. We've already talked about this.
I would say hypo visually is every bit as good as DG, if not better. And then you look at the price difference. I mean, you get a lot more for your money, in my opinion, in the hypo world. But then when you're reselling, there's that too. So I don't know. To each their own.
Right, it's fine. I'm just depressed because I like hypo a lot. I want it to be cooler than it is.
And when you put it with a dark gene and it turns blue, it's phenomenal.
I know it's blue, dude.
It's blue, bitch. But I already have enhancer, and I don't like DG and hypo together. I feel like that's wasted effort and energy.
I think it's fine. It just doesn't add a lot. It's just fine.
Yeah, it doesn't add a lot, but it makes it a little more confusing if you're doing a quad recessive. So that's not for me right now. I need to.
You just wanted those sweet Benjamins.
Sweet really Benjamins.
To buy more G-stripe stuff.
I do, yeah. So that's what I'm focusing on, is trying to pimp up my G-stripe clown project to get me higher up than I am right now, because it's a sad state of events at the moment.
It's not sad, Jana. Everybody's on a journey.
My journey is just 10 light years behind all the other guys.
Yeah, don't judge it by that, though. I go rounds with that, too, because I was really into G-stripe clown when everyone said it was stupid, so I was starting to build my collection that way, and then Justin and Ozzy dropped a picture, and then everyone jumped on board. Now I'm like, oh, I'm behind, but are you behind? You're not. It's not a race anyways, So
I mean, I have a good stock of female clowns and female G-stripes, and I'm doing okay that way, but none of them are double hets or anything. So I gotta make my double hets, which is fine. I got into the G-stripe project before everybody started dropping the G-stripe clowns and getting all the other people on board. So I got into it before it exploded in price, which is good for me. And I'm just going to keep on cranking. But the plan was to invest just as much as I had invested in my clown pied project into my G-stripe clown project. But last year there wasn't much available, because as soon as it came up, it was flying off the shelves. And so I invested in the clown pied project first, and then I kicked money bags out the door. So
it wasn't a mistake, but
it was not a mistake. That's just how it rolled. But now I gotta bankroll my own shit. So that's what I'm trying to do right now by selling things that I'm not as passionate about, so that I can afford the thing that I am passionate about, and just kind of, because I struck out on all female double het G-stripe clowns this season. So I've got to sell some things and buy into some double hets, so I'm not behind.
Why don't you buy one of those clown het G-stripe females that Garrick has?
I was thinking about it.
They're expensive, but you just made a money.
I'm just made of money. Yeah. No, they're not actually expensive, because he has a 40% off deal going right now. So
that's what I'm saying. Today,
$1,000 off or something.
Today.
I had someone offer me 2019 G-stripe clown female. So I might do that.
Visual or double het?
Double het. I can't afford a visual.
Jana, what have you been doing on the side?
If I'm gonna get a visual, it's gonna be a boy. But hey, if I could be hitting that on the side,
I know, but these are
snakes.
Female clown het G-stripes, or G-stripes 100% het clown. Visual one, het the other. So they aren't older, but they are more powerful than that, and they're 40% off. And they're from Garrick, so they're gonna be clean and good.
Do that, then my male is Krypton het G-stripe Desert Ghost. So if I was going to get one, I would probably get the G-stripe het clown, because then together their babies would be 100%.
Well, he has both. So,
But they're 2022. I don't know. I'm still muffling back and forth.
I feel
over
like
it.
I've made this mistake before where I'm like, it's a little older and like a little bit better, but the answer should always be buy younger and way better. Because
What do you
when
think, Shane?
I think you're better with G-stripe het clowns, like you were saying, because either females or males, whichever way you're talking about, you got way more power available with clowns to add. So you breed any kind of clown to a G-stripe het clown, you're going to come out with better stuff.
I agree.
How many cool animals are in the G-stripe world? Not many.
Hey, now I've got some pretty cool G stripes.
When you look at the market in general, though, I mean, you can get anything in a clown. You get bongos, confusion, all this shit. You just don't have that available in G-stripe. So I would have the visual G-stripe het clown, because then you're making clowns het G-stripes. And
the reason that I hesitate is because the snake I actually want, they won't sell it to me. So I don't know. It's kind of just like crushed me a little because they hate my face. So I don't know. Maybe I should reach out and be like, why do you hate my face? Let's be friends. I'll give you my money. Or maybe Shane will reach out to him for me. Will you be the bridge communicator and tell them not to hate my face?
Reach out or reach around.
I don't get the middle of stuff, man.
No, he doesn't. He is Switzerland in all things.
Speaking of Garrick sold Ohana, who was in the chat, a bamboo G-stripe combo, and that sounds stupid on paper, right? But
how did it look? I haven't seen a bamboo G-stripe.
Ohana, send me a link. Can you do that, please? Thank you.
Please.
It has sparkles on it, is what I want to point out. Like there are these little, like the part that would become like the flame that gets sort of really white and weird as a baby has been spread across the like laterals. Not like a calico, it's not that distinct, but there's just little white reflective things. And I think Garrick has like a female on his website, and I thought that was interesting. I don't know. There's like these like tiny white sparkles dribbled in to a bamboo. I think it was like a bamboo OD G-stripe that did it. Never seen it in my life. Sparkles on a ball python. Amazing.
Bamboo's nice, man. I don't care what the market says. I like bamboo myself.
I love bamboo. I mean, you guys all know that I'm a Chris Hardwick baby, so.
Do you have Bobby tattooed on your butt or something?
I do. I'm a trans
I heart
stamp.
Bobby.
I heart Bobby. Ricky Bobby, I like to go fast.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people like hate that we don't hate him, so there's no way to win.
Is this what you're talking about?
I don't know what the fuck you're showing me.
Oh, yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, well, that's what World of Ball Pythons is saying it looks like.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves. So you're into G-stripe clown, you're into clown pied, you're into candy. What else are you into?
I'm not into clown pied.
You aren't?
No, I personally don't like that project.
Oh, okay. What projects are you in then?
God, I always get put on the spot and forget. So obviously G-stripe clown. I got hypo DG stuff, and then crossing that all them fours together as long-term goals. I do have a small dreamsicle project. That's my wife's, but I do all the work. And then what else do I got going?
Happy wife, happy life. You're doing it right over there.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, I do have a small sunset project too, just a few.
What?
Which my female.
Sorry,
one of my females. She only laid 2 eggs. They both went bad in the incubation. And then this year, it doesn't look like she wants to go. She's just not locking the same exact male she locked with last year. So I don't know.
She's like, get me some fresh putang in here, please.
Yeah. And then my visual sunset girl is like, just like on that not eating 1,000-gram wall type thing right now. So, but she did take a live rat today because I'm a strict frozen thawed person over here. But I went and picked up like 30 live rats and just threw them everywhere in here, and everyone gobbled them up.
Sometimes you got to do that. Just kind of reset all your frozen thawed eaters.
Yeah.
That's how I do it too.
All right, I have a picture for you.
See, I like that.
You see how there's like white peppered in.
Yeah.
This it's not the best picture, but it's like very distinct that it's trying to like bamboo white, but in like a diffused way and in places where it's not supposed to be, even all the way up on the dorsum. So like that's actually like a cool look in and of itself, and you could probably breed something to exaggerate that.
Like calico.
Well, I don't know.
'Cause I have a calico G-stripe and she is sexy. Like
right, but that's
real
like a
sexy.
different kind of white because it's like
so
the
hot.
side.
Literally, like it looks like people like chipped off.
I would
her
put yellow
tails.
belly in it or whatever to see if that'll open it up because it's the flames being forced up.
Yeah.
To me. All right, G-stripe still kind of lame though. Let's be honest.
What was that?
It's a snake that was found in the wild. I find all the stupid shit on the internet to share. All right, do we want to talk about big black snakes, or are we going to talk about tiny little white snakes with sparkles on them?
Either one. Let's go.
Okay, let's do it because it's technically the topic. My dog actually wants to leave this room because it was let in by a child. So talk amongst yourselves.
You're not even gonna bring up the first one that we could talk about big black snakes while you're gone? No, now she's just gonna peace out on us.
Is this going into other species and stuff? Is that what she's kind of going?
Jessica, you never know what she's gonna do. I don't get a preview. She wants my live reaction, so she just thrust that big black snake at me, and I gotta respond. She's gonna hit us in the face with it, Jane.
Yeah, I like to do bad things. I'm sorry. It's one of my faults as a human.
She just likes to see what I'm gonna say off the cuff because usually I put my foot in my mouth.
Well, you better be bringing in some IMG Motleys. I don't care who hates them or not. They're beautiful.
They are beautiful. Holy crap, IMG.
Burn
Woo!
me at the stake. I don't care.
Black is whack.
Is it? This is a question. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm pro black snake, so
I think the answer is no.
oh.
I'm sorry. So this is I'm going to talk down to you for a little bit, and I don't really apologize. So just going to have to suffer through it. So I have 3 situations where the black mutation has a strict benefit to the animal in question. And I'm going to show you that it's actually like fine. It may be even more than fine, better than the cryptic version of the animal. So this is the ass viper. And so it's like, it has solid black.
Say that again. The ass viper. Someone in the comments is wondering if this is going to beat our slippery snakes discussion. Slippery dicks.
No. Slippery dicks are the peak holdback rack. We're all downhill from there. The shark will be jumped at this point. So there's the cryptic form and the melanistic, and they can live sympatrically. And sympatrically means like in the same habitat. So from the same parent. So they could be related, but there's some sort of selection pressure to be black. And sometimes that's because it's easier to thermoregulate. Jana's falling asleep. Jesus Christ. It didn't even take like 3 minutes. 3 minutes, Jana. Get it together. Gird your loins. But usually being cryptic is better because predators don't see you as well. Like this is quite distinct, like because it's a blob that's black. And if it's on a rock or something, a little bird's gonna be like, I'm gonna eat that. But this is like a form breaking pattern. So there's like a pressure in various ways that like in a population, this one might be better selected or this one. And in some places, the black ones do better. That doesn't sound whack to me. Look at this chart. Jana, stay awake. Stay awake.
No. This was on my biology test last week, which I aced. Thank you. We were talking about why sometimes the recessive genes are found in higher quantities in populations because of natural selection. So like if you have brown beetles and green beetles in the same population and there's a drought, then the green beetles are more likely to be eaten by predators. Therefore, the amount of brown, even though it's recessive, that population jumps because those are the ones that are left to breed. So see, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. So like that allelic frequency in a population is always drifting and being selected for.
Yeah, there was a chart like this on my
selection.
test. I'm just
Right.
letting you know. I
So
got
this
it.
is seems boring, but this is black and cryptic snakes in one population and black and cryptic snakes in another. And black females did much better in this population, but they were pretty much equal. So there was a selection pressure on this side. So this is body condition of gravid and non-gravid asp. I'll try to get that
Ass
P in there.
snakes. They're ass snakes. Big
In-
black ass snakes, guys.
Mhm. So they were so hot over here. They were fine, but these ones were hot. So this population had a selective pressure that it's technically probably a mutant allele, but it was a mutant allele that benefited this population. And then we have like empirical data that proves it was fine and good, better. Next, sea snakes. We don't really talk about sea snakes because nobody keeps sea snakes, but in the sea snakes, they are more likely to be melanistic in urban areas instead of, non-urbanized like coves and stuff. And they're like, I wonder why. Well, guess what? Another shitty graph. They actually excrete heavy metals into their sheds. And because a black snake makes more melanin, it excretes more metals into its shed. And so it actually can tolerate the fact that it's living in a cesspool better because it's black. And so the prevalence of the black mutation is selected for in these sort of urbanized coves that have a lot of nasty stuff in them. So the black mutation is protective of the snake. And these are the amount of heavy metals excreted in the shed based on color. And all of them are excreted at a higher rate.
Shane, you can just chime in. Yeah. No, so what she's trying to say, people, because I understand this for once, is that natural selection happens when species do something in their environment that allows them a greater chance to reach breeding age and produce offspring. So if they're able to secrete those metals in their shed, they're more likely to stay around and reproduce and create more like them. So the population then is carrying on that tendency to be
right. So even though
protected.
There's like negative consequences to being all black in an environment where you want to blend in better, there are positive consequences that outweigh it so much that they sort of rise in frequency in the population.
See, what I got out of that is the sea snakes in urban areas are actually still belted and impervious to anything. So they are like top notch.
Top notch.
Right. Oh, I guess like the central thesis here is that we think of the exterior color of the snake or crested gecko or whatever, and we're like, it's cool. But there's an effect, additional effects inside of the snakes, like in this case, excreting heavy metals that could play like either a good role or a bad role. And they're not all bad. A lot of times the melanistic ones are good. And we have one more example. This is not a snake. I messed up. Dang it.
What the fuck is this shit?
God. It's actually a wolf, and this is a dog. So this is a breaking newspaper, and I had literally nowhere else to put it. And so I've been sitting in my mind rattling around for a fucking month, and I'm like, I don't know how to do
that's
it.
right. I'm just gonna squish it into this box, and no one will notice
because it's so exciting. So they finally, a long time ago, all black wolves are hybrids with dogs. Just saying. The black gene came from dogs over the Bering Strait.
That's right. Those girls were like, we like them bad wild boys.
Yeah, those wolves were into it. And it probably only happened a long time ago only. There's not a lot of current hybridization that keeps going back, like in mixing again, because we usually keep our dogs away from wolves at this point. But so we have this black gene from dogs. It came a long time ago, and it was sort of like existing at a low rate in the wild wolf population because it actually makes them less good at hunting because they stand out more. But, in the Spanish probably did it. They introduced a virus called canine distemper virus, which can get in your doggies. And so you'll usually get vaccinated for it. But the wolves don't get vaccinated because they're fucking wolves. Okay. Duh.
Gotta fend for them fucking cells with natural selection, bitches.
Right. And natural selection, it turns out, the gene that makes the wolf turn black, either the heterozygote or the homozygote, they both turn black, and it's the same. So it's like a dominant-ish. You just need one copy to be black. Also codes for a protein change in the lungs that makes the wolves better suited to fend off distemper, which usually is a sort of virus that prefers living in the lungs and has other symptoms. But so it's like a respiratory virus. So being black was extra not whack for black wolves, because now instead of like going blind and dying like a lot of the gray wolves do, the black wolves actually do better. So in places where there's more distemper outbreaks, the percentage of wolves that are there are black because they have an immunity to it, even though there's a negative effect of hunting fitness. So Jana, it's black whack. Shane.
Black is whack. They're like, distemper virus, hold my beer.
Right. So, but there's like a balancing act. So I'm saying when you look at your snake and you're like, is it cool, or my lizard? There's other effects, but those effects don't have to be bad, and they can still have a visual representation that we could be like selecting for both effects, the visual color and some sort of other property like disease resistance or the ability to get rid of metals or do better, grow faster in certain situations. Let's talk about black in the wild, black around the world. Have you seen this problem yet? The Pantherophis genus, Jana or Shane?
Nah.
Yeah, I mean, that's in my morning reading, definitely.
When Jana takes a shit, she takes Peterson's Field Guide to Reptiles and Amphibians and wipes it. Okay, so there's definitely a show that's just what's to do about Pantherophis, the genus, but we're not going to do that now. We're just going to talk about Allegensis, so the species that runs this way, and the fact that this one, same species though, black, then yellow, and then red. So you can have black locality variants of the same species, where black works better up here, so they're all black, but it doesn't work that good down here for different reasons, different pressures in the environment. And then down here, red is better. So we can have black on a continuum, and this is a latitudinal gradient. And that makes sense because it's a big black snake, right? It needs to warm up.
Yep.
How's he going to warm up at those northern climes if he's white or some other color? This is like an ectotherm problem.
So when we get into these localities, is this like polygenics that make them their color?
Yes. Yeah. Let me rephrase that. Sometimes. So some of the mutations that are locality are a single point mutation that causes that color variation. In this case, this snake, it's multiple genes controlling this outcome. So you get like a pure almost gradient coming down and then going west into gray rat snakes, where you're like, oh, this is like a 50%-ish looking black floppy thing. So you can tell there's multiple genes controlling the phenotype. What's this part, the fuck my life part, is because there's also black snakes on this side of the Appalachians too. And so it used to be, they weren't separate species. They were one species with subspecies based on phenotype. But we've talked about this a little bit, but phenotype actually doesn't matter. The phenotype wins when that's the most effective phenotype in the locality, because it's cold up here.
Most effective reaching breeding age,
right? But
passing on to their offspring.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're genetically related. This is like a post-glacial re-migration up the coastline. So the glacial reserve was down in Texas. So the Texas rat snakes are sort of generically rat snakey looking. There's sort of an ontogeny recapitulating phylogeny thing happening where they just look like the neonatal phenotype is the adult phenotype in Texas. And as they moved up, the phenotype switched, but black won on both sides of the mountain. So they look the same, but they're not. They're two different species.
We actually learned about this too. I'm sounding smart today. I don't know if Jessica planned that, but in the Galapagos Islands, the finch birds, there's 15 different species of finch, and people hypothesized that 15 different species migrated and developed on the island. But with the technology that we have today, we can look back at their DNA and see that they all come from a common ancestor, and they got to the island as one species. And as they broke apart and settled in different habitats and had different pressures put on them to evolve differently, whether they were like natural disasters or like which one was, deemed more attractive in that environment, they have all developed into their own populations, and they don't interbreed even though they shared a common ancestor, because the species all started singing their own unique song and had their own physical attributes, and so they will breed with that same song or physical attribute, like a larger beak or a longer beak or whatever it is. And so they're actually like now 15 unique species that do not intermingle, even though when they got there they were all the same thing. It's really cool. It's really cool to look at.
Birds are often like pressured by like resource partitioning.
Correct.
Like, they're like, I figured out how to get a seed from a cactus, and you figured out how to get a seed from a tree. And so like that by definition drives them to do things differently, because obviously they are not like spatially constrained because they have wings and they can fly. So they could choose to mix, but often they stop mixing once they choose resource partitioning. And snakes are a little different. They'll kind of like fuck around and find out, right? They'll fuck over here. These ones are fucking. All of these borders are porous because snakes are. They're
whores.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But the point is, like, one ancient group migrated this way. One ancient group migrated this way. But black was so awesome north of wherever they originally migrated from that the genes got over and they just won on both sides. So even though they're still separate species, the amount of inbreeding made it super awesome. And so like the phenotype prevails even over the species level differences. It's all fun.
Also, Will's hella heat in the audience. Woo! You missed my shout out for you, Will. You'll have to watch it back later.
And then obviously the equator works both ways. We're not biased here in the US. So snakes get darker going down from the equator because obviously it's colder going away from the equator in the southern hemisphere. So this is they used to have subspecies, but I don't know if they will because the subspecies police are out. But technically they're the same species, just getting colder. So you can have like a gradual polygenic phenotype switch, just like with rat snakes, but in reverse. So you need to be big and black if you're going to be big in a cooler locality.
Big and black is whack.
It could be whack. This is the last sort of, this is my favorite snake I can't buy, by the way. This is Elafe quadrifugata, the Japanese four-line snake. This is like the main phenotype, but it has like a blotched variant and a black variant, which is the Karasu Heibi, which is why Itachi's here, because he likes crows. Karasu means crow in Japanese. But sometimes they become black because, like, even though this one is better at evading predators, like these are snakes that go in water a lot, so you get really cold. And so you'll have like populations that are like succeeding only because they can warm up faster and go run away faster. So garter snakes in Nerodia have melanistic phases all the time too, because they are a water resource user. So it's not like a cline of color variant. It's more like a locality that's like, let's do it. Let's go black and not go back. All right, now it's smash or pass.
Hang on. Before we go smash or pass, I got a few things I need to say.
Okay.
All right. There's like 30 of you watching and like 10 likes. So
let's
smash that like button because that helps us, guys. If you're not subscribed, you need to be subscribed because we would like to be more than 200 strong over here.
I think we hit 300.
Yeah, you guys have 300. I checked.
We hit 300 and I missed it. But still, subscribe, like, do all the things you're supposed to be doing. Also, welcome, Lori. Grace Family Snakes. She is here. And then, hello, they were like calling me smart in the comments, and you conveniently missed it.
Jana's always been smart. I don't know what anybody's talking about.
Watch out, Jessica. She's getting smarter.
I think I have a screenshotable conversation where Jessica admitted that I was smarter than her.
I need to see the evidence of that. So please put that into my DMs so I can save it and frame it behind me for the podcast.
I gotta sandbag that one.
Oh, fine. Jessica, you screenshot that shit and send it over to me.
I don't know if you really want.
Right, people. Jana's going to college.
Listen, I've made lots of mistakes and I'm dumb semi-regularly. And I tell people that and they don't believe me for some reason. They're like, oh, what are you talking about? No, I'm full of mistakes. Okay. Smash or pass. Shane, I need you to also say if you want to smash or pass. It's not a very long one, but we're gonna do it. Ready? Go. Melanistic diodes. Okay.
Pass.
Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, that was
That
just for
thing's
you,
sweet.
Jessica.
Even the eyeballs are black, man.
All right.
That thing's
Russian rat snake. They get
Smash,
bigger and they're
bitches.
nice, but they're black.
Smash.
Smash.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Melanistic blue tongue skinks. They eat dog food and they could kind of be your friend, but they look like a penis a little bit.
I kind of like the black and white ones. These ones are not for me. Thanks.
I'm gonna pass.
Yeah, pass. Hard pass.
All right. I think they're cute. I don't know. They're like evil, but
They're disproportioned. That whole species.
Yeah,
look
they
at
look
these
funny.
stupid. Yeah, but the stupid legs. It's like it's funny to me. All right. Okay. An IMG boa.
Smash that shit up
Yeah.
all day, every day.
All right. A dark knight leopard gecko. A good one, like a pure one, but it's not. Doesn't have problems.
No health problems. Smash.
No health
Smash.
problems. Yeah, they're so good, and I like the dark knight, like snow eclipse, the
Mhm.
panda.
Yeah, that is. See, I'm into the black and the white. I like the contrast.
Yeah, but you need this to get there. But so we're just talking about like the base. Like, can you combo and have fun with it?
Jeez, I softballed that one to you, and you did not catch, sister.
Listen, we've had enough euphemisms. Well, okay, I'll do the next one. They're at the Abyss, which is a Suma GHI, which is an
That's hot
all
as fuck.
black.
I'm gonna smash that all day,
Yeah. Smash.
and then I'm gonna put it in my rack.
Right. I wish there was somebody who's like, instead of like cranking out bells, they were just like, I'm gonna crank out like abysses. So like, because they're like a viable black snake.
So
Yeah.
that's the Suma GHI.
Yeah, but you could probably do like, you can do the Suma plus one other dark gene and get the same look.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah,
do a
why
Suma-
is this not trending right now? Screw the bells, because they're
Alright.
not my favorite. And
A
we need
new
to be
black snake.
cranking out the black snake.
I had to
No
include some bad
MBKs
ones.
needed, guys. You just can have a black ball python. So
Right. Ew.
is that like
Pass.
got
Yeah.
some like muscle issues?
Yeah. Look at his head.
It looks real sad.
Super Motleys are born almost completely black. And then
Ugh.
eventually they die. But like, if you wanted a black boa, you could make it like this. Pass, everybody. Pass. Stop making them. Last one. A super black pastel.
I'm not for it. That's got like no face.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
so I think we got to be fair though, since we threw the Black Knight up there and assumed it was healthy. If we assume that the super black pastel or cinnamon is healthy, I'm going to say smash. But these versions that are pictured, pass.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a good point. Obviously, like the Dark Knights aren't always great. I mean, you know that, Shane. I don't know if Jana, you know that, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And these ones are sometimes okay. So like, is I still don't know. I think it's a moral question. Like, what percent of byproduct is tolerable? And even in the like leopard geckos, there's a percent of byproduct that isn't doing that good when trying to make combos. But I feel like, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Shane, but like leopard geckos produced like weird stuff, like bent tail tips, like all the time at some percentage.
Yeah.
Little crinkly toes or something.
Yeah.
Even if it's like a
one.
normal to normal pairing, just because the incubation got weird.
Yeah, I got a raptor to a raptor pairing that made like the nicest raptor I ever made, but the very tip of its tail was like that for some reason. I thought it would straighten out after it came out of the egg, but it never did. So I'm selling it as a pet.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think doing Dark Knights is fine, but I don't think doing super blacks on the regular basis is fine. Does that make me biased though? Shane, what do you think?
Well, I think we all have our own biases. Are we going into philosophical questions now?
No, we do.
Sometimes I can take a simple question and turn it into something way more complicated. So
No, I don't know. Right. I thought about putting like a bad Dark Knight in the bad section, but I think largely if you breed a Dark Knight that's doing well to just a non-Dark Knight, something like a tangerine, whatever, and you make a cool Tang Dark Knight cross, it comes out fine.
And the community is well aware of the issues now, and a lot of people are outcrossing. And like John from Gecko Boa, you know, he's like the top dog in the leopard gecko world, and he's outcrossing his stuff with other lines of dark. So he's retaining the dark, but outcrossing it to other stuff and trying to fix any issues, you know. strengthen the bloodline with some diversity, but also keep it dark, you know. So, because there's like charcoal, there's other lines out there that
Black
are dark.
Pearl.
Yeah, I mean, so you can mix and match them and kind of, I guess, eventually start your own line by doing that.
Right. It's I don't know. I don't have the right answer and I can't explain to people. But obviously, like, people's choice of which ones have the most to have an unacceptable level of risk are, like, I think most people don't breed lily white to lily white on purpose anymore, right? You know, and make a white dead super.
Right.
Like, we've figured it out enough. Like, that's too much consequence. But a kink.
For me personally, I don't ever plan on breeding black pastel and cinnamon to each other ever, just because I just value my animals' lives more. I mean, to me, that's just my personal take on it. But
what do you think, Jana?
I think that there was a question asked of me and I missed it, and now I'm getting my balls raised.
At least you're honest. Hey, but the Abyss is better than any super black pastel I've ever seen.
It's
way
more
better. It's
more
so
consistently
good. Like I
black.
said, I think it needs to be the new Belle. I mean, like, literally, so that's why the MBK became so popular, is people wanted a black snake, and we were having trouble producing it in the ball python world because king snakes are kind of dicks. So it would be pretty cool to just be like, do you need a king snake? No, you need an Abyss.
Yes.
Yeah, can you imagine like a show setup that's like a bell, an abyss, a bell, an abyss, like in the rack, and it was like a, you know, a polka dot.
You have like white liners on the black snakes and black liners on.
Yeah, it would be so hot. Why don't people do that?
You know, like the guy that has the whole Xanthic table, it would be hot like that.
Yeah. I just think like we just need to get more like a dark gene in a mahogany, and then at least a female mahogany, and then we can start like cranking them out. Because I think that would pet people would be like ecstatic to have a little emo ball python that was
healthy.
Good.
Yeah.
So do you guys have mahogany? Because I don't have any.
No. Yeah, I don't either. I want it almost just for that project. Like, I can't make like a clown out of that, like this black, you know. But to just
I produced like a really super dark pied last season, and mahogany is kind of hard to like identify in the single gene not pied version. And I think maybe my het pied female is mahogany because the baby that she produced looks just like a mahogany python or ball python. Paul Bide, help me out. I cannot speak apparently. So I'm gonna. She didn't go for me this season. She went last season. So I'm gonna keep breeding her and see if she pops out more dark snakes. And so maybe I do. Maybe.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that gene. Maybe I'll be getting more of it.
Now I think I need to get some. I've always wanted it, but I just had other things I ended up getting.
Yeah, there's two other genes that are higher on my list than mahogany. And then like, have we seen what does Super Wookiee look like with a dark gene, another dark gene?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think there's enough combos of it.
Oh, okay. Because I really like how Wookiee looks in a single
I don't
form.
think Super Wookiee will be a black adult, even Super Wookiee black gene, because we've seen Super Wookiee gets light as it grows, or Wookiee gets light as it grows.
Oh, okay.
To me.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and then because we've already compared Super Wookiees to Super Chocolates, but if you made a Suma with a dose of Wookiee, that might make a black.
Right, that could push it over.
That could be hot. Yes.
But it would be a really expensive version of something that you could have did a little bit cheaper, I think.
Right, like you can make a thing that looks like an abyss with like a mahogany a Suma black pastel too. You just need one dark gene. It almost doesn't matter what it is. That one just the abyss just happens to be GHI. So like whatever cheap way you want to like put two and two together. It's just with GHI, if you made like the super GHI, super mahogany on accident, you couldn't tell, but you wouldn't accidentally hit a super black.
Multiplayer morphs. If you could slide a picture of that into my DMs, I would love to see.
Are you talking about penises? I put down.
We are talking about mahogany het pied. Oh, she's black pastel mahogany. Never mind, that won't work. Don't slide into my DMs.
Right.
I didn't read good. Sorry. Too much education for the day. I have maxed out my brain capacity.
All right, Shane, I have a question. You saw merch on Morphs Hurricane Pompeii of all the kinds of Pompeys that exist, which one is your favorite? Because mine used to be the mahogany. We were just talking about mahogany. Well, which one's your favorite?
I like the cypress one, but the hurricane one's good too. I don't know, man. I mean that whole Pompeii and the variations, they're all cool. I would say I'm gonna stay with cypress.
All right. What do you think, Jana? Did you see the Mershon Morphs?
Yeah, I
New
did.
versions.
But you know how I lean towards Jessica's non-pays with the calico instead of the red stripe. Pompeys are beautiful. They're a hard snake to make. Anybody who's making them, congratulations, you're amazing. But the direction that I like is the calico. I really like calico, and I like what it does. And I think that it might be cool to see it in the Kiki project, which is kind of a direction I'm heading. And so whenever there's calico in it, it's a win for me. So that's how I feel.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about calico? Obviously, you're in.
Wait. So you answered in a typical woman fashion. Choices, and you just went off into left field.
Fuck you. This is what I like, bitch. That's right.
What do you want to eat for dinner? Oh, anything's fine. You know?
Anything's fine, but not this or this or this, you jackass. It's a trap. It's always a trap. I like the original Pompeii. I just think that it's a shining example of what Justin makes in his brain and then brings into being. It's a phenomenal snake, and there are some things that maybe take away from it. I've seen some Pompeys that they added a gene, and you're like pastel, and you're like, oh, I'm so sad for you that that's the one you hit. But for the most part, they're amazing, and any gene that is an awesome
Which one's
gene.
your favorite, Jana?
The
God.
original, the OG
Okay, fuck.
Pompeii, bitch. Fuck, I said that already.
You don't like the mahogany better? I fucking it stayed nicer.
I like the
older.
mahogany one too. So
Miguel has
Okay.
it, and to me, it stayed older. Yeah, all right, that was a good discussion. What else do you got?
Can we
What about
go back-
copper? Don't you think copper is mahogany though? Will the super looks the same? Do y'all know about copper?
no.
It's a UK gene, right?
Mm-hmm.
We discussed it on a previous episode. I
Mhm.
really like copper. It's one of those sexy.
Do you
dark
think it's
genes.
the same or not the same?
Time will tell, because now we have genetic testing. So, and I heard that people are starting to get their genes, their results for that.
I got 4 results. Yes.
Oh, you did? Do you want to announce it, or is it like?
Yeah, I'll announce it. So I woke up yesterday on Thanksgiving, and so I had bought a G Stripe 66% het clown, and it is in fact het clown.
Yay!
Yeah.
So the economics
really
behind
cool.
that is I saved myself basically $3,000 because
Woo! Yes, the real MVP right here is the
Woo! And then
savings that will no longer be available because of testing.
I tested 3 66% het pieds, and 66% are not het pied. How does that work? God.
Just not lucky. Fuck.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Oh, that's a bummer. So, hearing your guys' results, I have 2 snakes that I definitely need to send in testing for. That I will probably be.
I haven't gotten
soon.
mine back yet.
So how do you do it? Like you go online onto Morph Market and you order it, and then you take a shed and you cut a little piece and shove it in an envelope, or do you put it in like a Ziploc baggie? Like, tell me how to do it, guys.
Yeah, so I take mine, they shed. I just tear off like that much of the shed, like a tube. They say cut out a quarter, but I'm not cutting the fucking circle. Anyways, I just tear off a tube of it. I hang it in like my own closet away from the humid room so it dries out, put it in a Ziploc baggie, send it off. They give you like a little code to put on the envelope too, an alphanumeric code.
Did you send all of yours separately, or did you just give each one an envelope? Like, how did you keep them separate?
The Morph Market ones I sent in all at the same time, and those were in separate Ziploc baggies in the same envelope.
All right, that's my project for next week.
And then me and Jessica had talked about, because I had some tests with that company before Morph Market and then some during Morph Market. So my results I got from the test before Morph Market are just an Instagram message saying the results. So like I don't have like a Morph Market certification or whatever.
Did you ask him for that? Do you think he would?
No, because the one animal is obviously a keeper, the heck clown, and then the other 3 I'm just gonna sell them as they told me, and if they want, I mean they're under $1,000 snakes.
Okay.
So if they want something more, I'll just send them a damn screenshot of the message, or they could just go buy another animal. I don't really care.
Right, for sure.
I'll wholesale those bitches. Don't tempt me.
Don't tip me.
All right, real
Wait,
quick.
wait. Before we go into that, you got to get the question out of the thing so I can reclaim my honor.
What question? I was just going to say there's testing now in Europe for pied, albino, and lavender, so they don't have to be left out. Canadians, you're still fucked. Sorry. But there's European testing on proherper.com/genetic tests.
Cool.
Go ahead. We're back. What was the question? I don't even know.
Find it. Hang on. You guys talk amongst yourself. I got to scroll.
All right, let's go back. So this is a T+ wild Boega cynodon that was found by a cool cat or kitten named Sanjaya Reptile Indonesia.
Is there a common name for this species?
I was just going to say in English for people in the back over here.
I don't even know. Is that weird that I don't know the common name?
Will I have ever heard of this species?
Is it like
it's a pretty common Boega
tree or what
it's
is
a Boega. It's a dog-toothed cat-eyed snake. Cat snake. It's a common Boega to get into the first time. So from the rear fanged people.
Boega is.
It's a genus of rear fanged, Jana. So all the people who can't get into real venomous because they're scared will get this and think that they're cool. Because you could, get a little boo-boo. But mommy will hug you but you're fine. They are cool though. Like, don't get me wrong. I think they're cool. They have really big heads, but this is a wild caught T+ version of it.
That's really cool.
That is really cool. It's got like a really long, like wiggly tail. It's interesting.
Also,
it's got a weird body.
Albino viper boas were born this week.
Cool.
Wow.
Yeah, viper boas are awesome, and they're like the ball python, the true ball python of a boa, like in form, because they're just so thick and juicy.
Yeah.
And now we have a morph. That's not like a polygenic morph.
What does a regular viper boa look like?
So they're sort of polygenic. They can come in like all red, all black, but most of them are a version of brown, like tan or brown or gray. And obviously the red ones are coveted. But now we have a albino one too.
And
go ahead.
If you don't know what viper boas are, Miguel used to have them, and those things used to bite all the people that came over there. and he successfully bred them in captivity too. So
usually the Candoya are cool and like pretty easy to keep, but like hard to start babies on because they really, really want really small lizard prey items or frogs. But vipers are the easiest of them because they come out bigger, so they can be more easily convinced. But they're little cunts. So like we have like selective breeding work to do here to make them a better like hobby pet. Did you find your question, Jana?
Are we selectively breeding them to be meaner or nicer?
No one cares in this hobby, unfortunately, about personality. It is a flaw we have. It's pretty, breed it. Who cares if it's a dick?
Well, I don't know if you like think about it, but nobody selectively bred a wolf to be, have certain coat patterns or ears to make a dog. They just bred them to be nicer, and all like when you cut down like adrenal response, like fear and the fight or flight response, if you're just breeding for being more chill, you end up producing allowing for color mutations to happen because they're not so busy like trying to kill you. So if people did breed for temperament, just chill factor. Obviously, they don't fucking like you. They're snakes. They don't have enough brain cells to like you. But breeding for temperament can have other downstream benefits. To me, like go look up whenever they domesticated foxes. They all look like dogs after a while in Russia. Floppy ears and like piebald coats.
All right. Amateur Hamster asks, what was the holographic reptile that the Doctor's creator has as a pet?
Is this a trivia question?
It's a Voyager trivia question. Do you guys know?
I'm not going to answer it because
Star Trek Voyager?
Yeah.
God, I haven't seen that show since it was new.
Okay, well, I'll help you guys out. It was an iguana. And I don't remember its name. I'm sorry. Does that make me not a true fan?
The tears of the Valar are spilling now for you and your
For
hobby.
me, I guess I better go and binge watch it.
Oh, Rings of Power is the best show out there.
It's fucking good. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Sorry.
And I would consider myself a hardcore original Lord of the Rings type.
Did you read the books though?
Yes, I read the fucking books.
And and you're still watched that and you're like, yeah.
I've read the books too, bitch.
It's fresh, it's new, and they pay enough like respect and homage, in my opinion.
Absolutely. I
so
100% agree.
So the fact that the Numenorians are like little bitches is cool now. Like everything that was cool about them, or that Elendil is just like a ship captain and not the king he's supposed to be because he needed to be like usurped by like a woman regent. I don't know. To me, this is not the right podcast, but I was just like,
I am not picking it apart. I am just enjoying the ride. And I think that if you just let go of your expectations a little bit, life can be a lot more fun.
No. No.
Under promise, over deliver every day.
No.
Rings of Power is a win. New Star Wars stuff is garbage. That's where I'm at in my life of nerdism.
Oh, I can't even watch 1 through 3 without crying to myself.
Real 1 through 3, or I don't even know right now. You mean 4, 5, 6, or you mean
they're called in this series 1, 2, and 3, but they were released as 4, 5, and 6. So the originals, I will watch that shit all day. But
right. I like the prequels to make fun of them. Like they're my favorite thing to make fun of in this earth. Like they are so bad, they're funny. So it's become like a new level of appreciation. The sequels are so bad I don't care. But like the prequels to me are hilarious.
I consider that kind of semi-original. But all the newer stuff, like within the last 10 years, is kind of garbage.
Right.
Even though I've watched everything, I haven't watched Andor yet. I'm going to watch that with the kids, but
I haven't watched it yet either. I'm excited. It's on my to-watch list after finals, so.
Is this about snakes? Let's do another snake topic.
Hang on in the comments. This podcast is starting to sound like a throwback to Chris Eaton's My One Black Friend.
We have way more than one black friends, though. All right, Jana, tell me what the fuck this is, and Chris and Shane. It's a red striped clown to a fire Mojave cypress.
So
it looks like a pin krypton.
It's a krypton of some sort.
But why does it look like a pin krypton? Like what the fuck?
It's got cypress and red stripe, I think, and they're just like hating each other and exploding in awesome ways.
Right. I think this is like a crazy combo.
It's really cool.
Crazy.
See, this is why the mail that I bought for my Kiki project, I got a krypton instead of a clown, because I'm going to go both directions.
I told you to do this, Jana.
This was all Jessica's advice.
Like I did not. I think
you told me to do it, but it was after we watched Garrick DeMeyer's video, and he had a couple of krypton.
No, it was after I saw the cryptic cheese stripe sold by someone we don't need to talk about in Morph Market, and I was like, that is significantly different than
it is
either
Jessica.
Things.
She runs a show at my house too, guys.
Listen, I am so full of shit. Do not believe me.
The thou who shall not be named people on this podcast. We could talk about their product, but we can't shoot their name.
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, there's no beef. No beef.
There's no
beef.
beef.
This is a beef free. So we want to keep it that way.
We just don't care for his customer service practices.
Right. He has nice animals.
Exactly who you're talking about. I was just seeing if you guys would take the bait.
Oh, I'll say it all day long. Jessica's the one that said he should not be named.
No.
He's like royalty though in the ball python industry, so he gets to do whatever he fucking wants. And maybe I'm just a little jealous that he gets to just like make his own rules.
Yeah.
Fabulous Park is fabulous. Everyone should follow them on Instagram, by the way.
Done. Sorry. I just wanted to show off this version of sunset, which I found interesting. Because we've seen like Mojave leopard sunsets, but this is the leopard Mojave yellow belly sunset. So it's just getting darker. What are your thoughts on this one?
It's definitely a cool variant. I would like to see more sunsetty colors. Personally.
Yeah, see, for me, that's like the dog shit sunset color. Like, that's not what you're going for.
It's already born in the dog shit color.
Yeah, that just hurts me. I mean, like, because I've seen some amazing sunsets, but you know, a huge percentage of them look like this to me. And so, why would you do that on purpose? Because even if you have a good sunset base, you've now shat on it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you could use it for the sunset pattern part of it. I don't know.
Yeah, we have Reggie in the house. I would just like the world to know that I wanted Reggie on the show for Black Friday, but I was informed of my white privilege and how inappropriate that would be. So sorry, y'all. No Reggie. No Reggie for you. I tried.
Oh, listen.
And all your blonde just came out.
Right.
I don't know how to say it. So if I'm going to get cancel culture, there it is.
Jana, I love double entendres. They're best entendres. But
we also would like to respect the fact that we
don't fucking know what we're talking about.
We don't know what we're talking about.
We have no life experiences. I'm a kept woman. I could be pregnant and barefoot right now. You don't even know.
Bacon pie, guys. It is Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So like we gotta try to be nice to people when we can. In any way we can.
I was being nice. He was all for it. He laughed.
I know, but what if someone else?
Reggie's a cool cat. If he kicks my ass in this competition, I will not be sad. Go check out Reggie's Urban Jungle on Instagram.
Yes.
I mean, if he wants to like talk about this Tiger King stuff on the show, would you be interested in that?
Reggie, comment
or
below.
Is he saving it for Snakes and the Fat Man?
Do you need a link right now? We can have.
Well, he might be saving it. Is he saving it? Are we having a four-way?
How cool Reggie is. Reggie knows my color's red, so when he sent me a Reggie's Urban Jungle shirt, he put it on a red shirt for me.
That's fucking cool.
And it's smart as hell because it's one of the shirts like it's still in rotation today because I love red.
That's good advertising, Reggie. Way to go, man. We need to change the color of our logo and send Shane a red one.
No, I have two holdback rack ones, so
I need to send you like
I would have worn today, but I was put on the spot. I was chilling in my Great Balls of Fryer.
That's all right. We still love you. You shoulder. Oh, look, you've got his shirt on.
I didn't even know he was gonna come on. I just
sorry. I put her on the spot. I put you on the spot, and I'm actually.
Well, I don't like to like peer pressure you because you're gonna have to go on tonight. So you're gonna have to perform live now for two women.
Dance, monkey, dance.
Perform later.
Yeah, so I was like, man, I haven't combed my hair. I didn't shave.
See, he liked my comment about combing his hair.
Yeah, I know he did. I like to give you a hard time. Yeah, I don't know.
Reggie says he'll talk whatever. I think he just took our bluff.
About big black snakes. All right, talk amongst yourselves.
So tell us what you got going down this season. We did our little season plans.
This is still my 2022, but right now I have a double het to double het G-stripe clown locked.
Woo!
My male figured it out. I have 3 females ready, so he's just working.
That is fucking cool. Congratulations.
Yes.
Woo!
So that
may the odd gods be with you.
Thank you. I'm hoping to hit males and females and just shower them everywhere.
Shower the rack with them holdbacks. So, well, I hope you get at least 1-1 visual. Obviously more, but 1-1 would be fucking cool.
But are there codoms in it? I missed that part. Sorry.
Well, what?
Do any of your 3 girls have codoms or the male? Or are they all?
Yeah. Is there any like potential for?
Is it a whole group and
normies? About the codoms involved. All right.
Oh, it's DL.
No, it's fucking garbage. But I have banana and pastel. And that's it.
That's fine.
Pastel is not garbage in G-stripe clown. It's okay. You're gonna be fine.
And banana's fine too. You just have to
banana that'll help you
sell
the male babies you don't need.
Exactly. So the male babies will sell off as pets real easy. And then obviously any of the G-stripe females I would send off and get tested for het clown.
Hopefully by the time they're born, we'll have G-stripe in the mix.
Hopefully.
They better fucking be working on that shit. I don't have an inside man. So if you guys have an inside man, maybe you could encourage them to work out that G-stripe.
I think Jessica would have the most inside man of all. So
who's that?
Well, your
for the
friend
genetic testing.
Oh, okay.
And then, they're colleagues and, genetic and testing type people,
Yeah. The hard part is we might not find it for 10 years. So, like, even though we can, like, feel good about it, like, it could happen soon, it's,
it's not predictable how long it'll take to isolate. Yeah.
Right. Hopefully the most expensive ones are found first, right?
Well, if anybody needs some G-stripe sheds, I have hets and visuals, and I can get you a whole grouping.
Reggie's at work, so we can't jump on right now. I don't know if we're just doing a free-for-all at this point.
No, we are. Jeez, comment below if you want to join the live. Woo! Party up!
I mean, we don't usually do like a barbarian, but we did the big black snake thing, so we're done. So we can,
well, and it's Thanksgiving.
Make it happy.
It's party weekend. Everyone needs to be thankful for our community and that kitties hanging from ropes and shit in the background. And
and I have like 5 kitty posters on order to be wallpapering behind me. That is going to just be my background.
How many guys look? So speaking of cats, I have 2 of my cats tattooed on my foot. Their names. When they died, I tattooed their names.
That's so awesome. Yeah. I lost my kitties in the divorce.
Oh no!
So we got them like within a month of getting married, and we got them from a rescue. They were like wild kitties that were rescued at a very young age. And since I have the kids most of the time, the kids thought that it would be good if dad wasn't by himself. So we let the cats go with dad. And I actually am taking care of them this week because my ex is out of town. And one of them hates me now, who used to be like, she used to sleep on me every night. And I get there and she like ran and hid under the couch and she wouldn't come out. And then the one that normally hates me, who was my ex's cat actually, was like, hey, pet me, bitch. And I was like, I don't know, it broke my heart just a little bit. That the other one was like denied.
So now that we're speaking of cats, so when me and my wife got together, she had a Persian cat already. Me and this cat just never have gotten along, whatever. So then fast forward to like 6 months ago, our cat was kidnapped and then abandoned like 2 cities over. And then we eventually found her. She was all malnourished, paid all this money at the vet, get her back up to health. She was on IV, whatever, all this shit. Then as soon as she comes home, all of a sudden she's all about me. It's like, I don't know.
You're like her main man now, huh?
I walk in the room and she's like, wow. It's like, she is so old. She's like 15 now. It's like she's missing half her teeth. I mean, she's old. Yeah.
Jana, I'm going to need you to clip the audio of him meowing and put it in some sort of funny reel for the contest.
It's happening. It's definitely happening with the clip of him showing his tattoos.
Yeah.
So cats are cool. Like his cat, she's super shy because she was a little bit older when they found her. So she's like half feral, would have nothing to do with me. But every time I was pregnant, she would literally sleep on my belly the whole time. And then as soon as I delivered, she was like fucking out of there. That was the only time. She's like 15 now. That was the only time she ever let me pet her. And I literally show up to feed her the other day and she was like, jumped up on the counter and was like rubbing against me and meowing at me and stuff. And I'm like, this cat always hates me. I am not pregnant, by the way. I just disclaimed that right now. Shop's closed. But
get the moon tea.
It was weird
I was just going to say the obvious solution to this problem is just stay pregnant.
I know you like to repopulate the earth single-handedly. But I have already damaged the planet as it is with more than my 2 children. I have 3. I've taken an English class about environmental issues, unsolved environmental issues of the 20 whatever century we're in.
It's all of the issues.
And we're talking about how overpopulation and people having too many fucking kids is the problem. And here I am, like the youngest of 9, and I've got 3 kids myself. And I'm just like, not raising my hand. My hand went down and into my lap. Like, yep, I definitely don't have 2 kids or 3 kids. I definitely don't have kids. I'm not contributing to this world problem. And literally, like, we talked about it for like 2 weeks straight. And the whole time I said nothing because I was like, wow, I've never felt so ashamed to have 3 children. Oh, I'm like, whoa, good thing I stopped at 3 because damn, it's rough in here.
Idiocracy ground zero started right here with me. Like I did it. You know what I mean? 8 kids, and they're all having kids now. Well, most of them are, and then the younger ones will someday. Like, we're gonna populate the fucking planet.
Yeah,
that's my favorite movie. Almost, maybe not, but it's one of my favorite movies to reference because the Secretary of the Department of Education is my spirit animal.
Yeah.
You know, that's all. Everybody should watch it. It's an old movie. Jana, have you seen it?
Which one? Sorry, I was distracted by the
Idiocracy?
comment. I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, you gotta watch it.
Sorry, I was
That's your
distracted
homework.
by the comments. I can't even say it out loud. I'm sorry, the comments too much.
Which one? I'll bring it up.
Completely lost my train of thought.
Oh, you're about your
Holy shit.
pussies?
So my pussy was not lost. I just had a giant box of things in my nightstand. So, I mean, it has been liberated, but it was not lost.
Will asked Shane, what's your puzzle project doing, buddy?
Puzzle project went down the road.
Moved on out.
Bye.
The reason why is because I had to start condensing and picking my favorites. And puzzle's a great project, but I just have other things that are more important to me. I do have one het puzzle left here, but I kept her because she's a visual hypo. So
see,
yes. I
you're
love
not hating on it.
hyper-puzzle.
You just gotta be focused, especially when you have limited space and you don't have all the money in the world to drop on shit. You gotta be really focused because it's easy to spend your money in the wrong way and want to like get all the projects that are cool. Like I love Sentinel, but I don't have any. There's a lot of cool stuff out there. So I don't hate hypo. I just don't need a 4th recessive project. I need to be smart about where I'm putting my money and where I'm building up my army. And I really am hardcore into Kiki, but it doesn't reflect in the amount of snakes that I have. So I absolutely agree that there can be amazing things that you aren't participating in because you're focused on doing a good job at the ones you are focused in.
Yeah. You know, like this year I told myself I wasn't going to buy any more racks. And then that would force me to really make hard decisions.
Yes.
And that's exactly what it did. So unfortunately, puzzle went down the road. It was one of the ones I cut. And I like severely reduced Pied. I had like Pieds were taking over, man. I had like het Pieds and all this. I'm like, Pied's not even a main project of mine. I'm like, why do I have 20 of these fucking things in my rack, you know? So
I have like 6 visual Pied females that are ready to breed this season. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing with 6 visual Pieds? Like, where is my focus at? Because I love Pied. Pied is something I love. But when you're trying to focus on projects, you know, I would prefer to do clown Pied over regular Pied. And so when I first got into it, I was really anti-clown, but Jessica has swayed me, especially when I saw what it did in G-Stripe. Like that sold it for me. So if I can put it in G-Stripe where I love G-Stripe, if I can put it in Pied where I love Pied, then it's like the best of all the worlds. And the value in those projects is maintaining. And so yeah, I definitely have some clowns or some Pieds to unload, but right now is not the time to do it.
No.
Yeah, maybe next year.
Yeah. So
yeah, I just think I like hypo so much I would take it over many other recessives. I guess is the lament that you would cut hypo first over Pied. But that's a me problem, not
that's a you problem. I would definitely cut it over Pied all day long, every day.
It's fucking blue, dude. Listen.
Yeah, I'd say hypo's like in a tie for number 3 with me. Hypo and DG are kind of tied in my thing.
I think that the quality of hypo and Pied is very similar for me, but I was already invested because all the Kiki stuff I got from Billy came with enhancer as well. So like I'm already in it that direction. And so for me, I know you're doing DG hypo and that's great for you, but for me, that's not something that I'm interested in. And so I had to cut it because I was already tits deep in DG.
So I look at it like this though too. So when I'm breeding quad heads and shit, you know, like the rule, like if you're breeding a quad head to a quad head, you're more likely to hit doubles and triples, right? I don't mind hitting hypo DG clowns or hypo DG G stripes or G stripe clowns that are hypo or DG. You know, I don't mind because I'll just
right. It doesn't necessarily like ruin any combo. It might not make it way better necessarily, but it's fine to be floating. Yeah.
It might take me a while to actually hit the quad visual, but
Yeah.
along the way, I'm going to be hitting some cool triples that I don't mind keeping any version of those three. And that's kind of why I chose that route for me.
Mm-hmm. My husband, beautiful man with a nice butt, reminded me to do like it's Thanksgiving. If we want to do that, what are we thankful for? Shane, what are you thankful for? If you can make it funny or you can make it serious, I don't care at this point.
I'm thankful for all the love and positivity in the reptile community. That's what I'm thankful for.
Mm-hmm. I'm thankful.
World peace. World peace.
I'm thankful for this cat poster. It's pretty fun. And I agree. Being less of shitty human beings, it should be our top priority.
Right.
And every time we choose not to be that, I think I'm grateful. And I've obviously made lots of mistakes in my whole life. But every day we try harder to be nice to people, we all rise. So the rising tide lifts all ships. If we ever want any of those ships to go anywhere, we have to be collectively better, at least. Not the best, but better than we were yesterday. Please.
Amen. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord.
I don't know. I feel like I have a lot to be grateful for. The last 48 hours have been rough, to say the least, and probably like the hardest 48 hours of the year, and it's been a doozy of a year. And I am, here at this podcast because I'm surrounded by some badass people who, when I got kicked down, they told me to put on my big girl panties and dust myself off and that I could fucking do it. And, I think that if I hadn't been surrounded by so much support and love in the hobby, that, it very well could have been a hobby ender for me. I could have been on my way out and burned it all to the ground. And, I had a lot of good people in my corner cheering me on and telling me that, I can own this space and that's okay. And, haters going to hate, or, other people are going to be going through something that maybe I don't understand. And I don't have to take that to heart. I can just brush it off and carry on and just not give it airtime. And so I'm just like really grateful for the people who have been supporting me, people who are voting for me in the contest. Like, it's not about winning or losing. It's about adding that positivity to the reptile hobby and to building your network and your friendships and us all encouraging each other. And at the end of the day, when we all come out and rally for each other, you can't put a price on that. And, we don't know where people really are in their lives. People can show up and do a podcast every week and seem like they're doing phenomenal. You don't know where that person is, just like the Valhalla, the things, these people come back from war and they have to just instantly be fine with their families and regular life. And maybe they're not, and you just don't know. So when you can be anything, be kind, and let's all just take each other where we're at and try to lift each other up. And I really felt that. And I'm so grateful for all of you, who you are, who did that for me. And like, what better fucking place to be? I can't think of one.
Right on. I think we should have themed that with Imagine from John Lennon.
I'll do that. I'll put it on a clip. Okay. I got you.
All right, that's all I have. I think we did a good 2 hours. Thanks, Shane, for coming in. Do you have anything for sale right now on your morph market? Let's look that up. Let's just round this.
I do have a couple things. I'm sandbagging for the show I'm vending in a couple weeks. So I have
okay. And the show is what day and time and venue?
If you want a Shane Kelley autographed picture, this is where you need to be.
Right. Where and When?
It is the Nashville Show Me Reptile Show, which is actually in an area called Lebanon. It's spelled Lebanon, though, but they pronounce it Lebanon over here in Tennessee.
Oh, my God.
In America.
Yeah, so that's where it's at, and it is December 17th and 18th. If you go on the Show Me Reptile Show page, it'll have all the info.
Mhm.
Yeah, so all you that are near that area, go out and support Shane at his first show. Stop by, talk to him, tell him you're a listener, tell him you love him, buy a snake or a gecko. Do you have hoggies that you're selling there?
I have 3 hognose I'm bringing, like
so
15 to 20 leopard geckos that I've never listed anywhere, and then I still have like a dozen ball pythons that I haven't listed that I've just been saving for the show too.
So he's got all the shit. Stop by and say hi.
Yeah, I want to see a line out the door.
Yeah.
You should sell like a head rub for 25 cents or whatever.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
Like make it like a thing.
And my neighbor at the show will be this guy right here, Great Balls of Fryer. He's real big into redhead and hypo, so
that'll be fun.
You're gonna have like a whole crew at your space, right? You want to do any shout outs?
Alyssa from Full Throttle will be there. The Herp and Harbins, they're hognose breeders. I don't know. There's others. I'm forgetting somebody. Bankrupt Reptiles. I love those people.
Oh, they're hilarious. Their signs make me laugh so hard. They're hilarious. So yeah,
tonight
or your local reptile shows, even if it's just to show up and chat. Like the reptile shows are struggling, and if we don't show up as a community, we might lose them, and that would be really, really bad for our community. So
yeah, don't show up and chat. Spend money.
If you have money to spend, do that. But if you don't, just show up and be present for those, so that we can keep having them, because they're really important to the industry. They're important for networking. A lot of us don't have a lot of reptile people close to us, so it's good for talking reptiles with people who don't look at you like you're crazy. But we need to be doing more to support our shows, because the show industry is struggling hard, and they do a lot of hard work to make those possible for us. And if we don't show up and show our support, then they can't do what they're doing. So if you're close, like within driving distance, get your ass to that show.
Yeah, and if money is an issue, I will have some like leopard geckos that are considerably affordable.
For kids, it's fun. Or adults. They're actually fun.
And actually, they're not even my leopard geckos. They're my kids. So come buy some leopard geckos from my kids. Make them feel happy.
Kids love them.
Yeah, you got to get that next generation into the sales market.
Exactly.
And then you're going to be on Bullshit tonight. What time, for the people in the audience that might not have seen the ad yet?
8 p.m. Eastern. So adjust your time zone according to that. I don't know how it all works. I'm used to being the other side, so.
Yeah. Do you know what and you didn't get any primer what you're going to talk about? It could be anything with Sean.
No,
yeah.
I don't.
All right.
Primer.
That sounds.
You can go any direction, right?
It sounds like Gray Family Snakes might be showing up at the show for you, Shane.
And that'll be fun.
Showing off her new assets.
Yeah.
Woo!
Come take a picture with the new assets and me at my table.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a fun show then. Are you doing the after dark part? I'm assuming you decided to.
Oh, Bree's gonna be there too.
Wow, all the super friends.
Woo!
Yeah, stop by and get a group picture for us. We'll put it on the episode after, because Shane will be back on with actual notice that he's going to be on, since his audio on our original was so bad. We needed to have him back. So he's going to be coming back. And he's going to tell us all about how his first show experience happened, and it's going to be a good one. So
yeah, I want to hear the stories.
I'll comb my hair the next time.
Yeah, fuck. Just roll out of bed with that shit. I mean, come on. We have standards here.
I don't.
I covered the assistants, so we might have lost like 5 subscribers. I'm sorry.
All right. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Buy what you want. Live life. We're all doing great. Be grateful.
Be kind. Support your fellow reptile people.
I pledge allegiance to the flag.
All right, I'm ending it.
All right.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks for having me.